He had everything people dream of: money without limits, rooms without echoes, success without resistance. But every night, when the doors closed and the lights dimmed, something followed him home. Not hunger, not fear, not failure, emptiness. He could buy silence, but not peace. He could own cities, but not himself. And it was only when he finally lost control, when the empire cracked and the illusion collapsed, that God stepped in, not to give him more, but to give him meaning. The illusion of arrival from the outside. His life looked complete. Luxury cars, tailored suits, private flights, boardrooms where his name carried weight. People called him successful. Some called him blessed. He had climbed higher than most ever would, and he did not regret the climb, or so he told himself. Achievement promised fulfillment. Wealth promised freedom. Power promised security. Yet the moment he arrived at the summit, the view disappointed him. Success does not announce its emptiness immediately. It whispers it slowly. When more is never enough, there was always another milestone, another deal, another acquisition, another figure to surpass. He chased more because stopping meant facing a question he did not want to ask. Is this all there? Busyness became a shield. Ambition became anesthesia. As long as he was moving forward, he did not have to look inward. But the soul cannot be outpaced forever. The quiet loneliness of wealth attracts people, but not always present. Conversations revolved around numbers, leverage, opportunity. Friendships felt transactional. Relationships felt conditional. People admired his success, but rarely knew him. And slowly, invisibly, he became a stranger to himself. Loneliness does not require isolation. It only requires disconnection, pleasure. Without joy, he tried pleasure, travel, fine dining, entertainment without limits. Pleasure distracted him, but joy remained absent. Pleasure excites the senses. Joy settles the soul. No purchase could bridge that distance. Control as a false. God control was his true currency. He controlled outcomes. He controlled people. He controlled narratives. Control made him feel safe. But control is a fragile god. It demands constant sacrifice and offers no mercy when it fails. The night the silence spoke one night, after another long day of winning, he sat alone in a room that should have felt triumphant. The city lights shimmered outside. The silence inside grew louder. There was no crisis, no tragedy, no collapse, just the unbearable clarity that something essential was missing. And for the first time, he admitted the truth he had avoided. He was rich but empty. Faith he had ignored. God had always been there on the periphery. A tradition, a childhood memory, a polite acknowledgement during holidays. Faith had never seemed urgent, until nothing else worked. The question, money, cannot answer. Money answers many questions. Where will I live? What will I eat? How will I protect myself? But it cannot answer the most important one. Why am I alive? Without an answer to that, abundance feels strangely hollow. When success becomes a burden, what once energized him now exhausted him. Every success raised expectations. Every achievement demanded maintenance. The empire required constant feeding, and he began to sense what few admit. Success can become a prison when identity is tied to it. The crack in the foundation, the turning point, did not arrive dramatically. No headlines, no scandal, just a subtle unraveling fatigue, anxiety, a restlessness he could no longer outrun. Control was slipping, and fear entered where confidence once lived. A prayer born of exhaustion. He did not kneel. He did not speak eloquently. He simply stopped pretending. If there is more than this, show me. It was not a prayer of faith. It was a prayer of surrender. God does not compete with idols. God did not rush in to decorate his success. He dismantled it. Not cruelly but thoroughly. God does not add himself to a life ruled by control. He takes control or he waits. Losing what could not save, Hammer's priorities shifted. Some things fell away. Relationships changed. Ambitions softened. Certainties dissolved. What once defined him no longer fit. And in that loss, something unexpected happened. Relief. The redefinition of wealth. God redefined wealth, not as accumulation, but as alignment. Not as ownership, but as stewardship. Not as power, but as purpose. For the first time, his life made sense beyond himself. Learning to be still, stillness terrified him. Without noise, he faced himself on guard, but stillness became sanctuary. In the quiet, he discovered that peace is not found in control, but in trust. Freedom without possession. He began to loosen his grip, not because he had to, but because he wanted to. Giving replaced hoarding. Listening replaced commanding. Freedom followed. Success redeemed. Not rejected. God did not erase his talents. He redirected them. The same discipline, the same vision, the same drive. But now they serve something larger. The inner transformation externally. Little changed. Internally, everything did. The hunger quieted. The striving softened. The emptiness filled, not with things but with meaning. Faith as relationship, not transaction. Faith was no longer a negotiation. No promises exchanged. No deals offered, just relationship. God was not a tool for success. He was the source of life, the peace that cannot be bought. Peace arrived quietly, not excitement, not adrenaline. Peace, the deep kind that remains when circumstances fluctuate. No market could offer it. No currency could purchase it. Living from the inside out for the first time. His inner world matched his outer life. No performance, no masks, just integrity. A new measure of success. Success was no longer measured by profit alone. It was measured by alignment. In Paxton and felt by those standards. He had never been richer. When God takes control, God did not take control by force. He was invited. Surrender opened the door that achievement never could. For those who have everything but feel nothing. If you are wealthy and empty, successful and restless, accomplished and dissatisfied, you were not broken. You were being invited. The final truth: he was rich, but empty, until God took control. And when he did, wealth found its place, success found its meaning, and life finally found its center. Not in possession, not in power, but in God.